I left her at a river. I'm heading off at midnight, son, I ain't never heading back again. I'm heading off at midnight, son, I ain't never heading back again. I leave my work and I leave my body. One will live and one will die. My final steps, they made larger footprints. 80 years of walking high. I'm heading off at midnight, son, I ain't never heading back again. I'm heading off at midnight, son, I ain't never heading back again. I ain't never heading back again. Oh Lord, I saw God. 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 Oh Lord. My name's Dickie and I rode horses. For the band name actually came when I didn't have a band. It was sort of I had a group of songs for an album, or what I saw could be an album, and I brought him to a producer friend of mine, Donald Byrne, who's the whole band are from the one gifted musical family basically, and brought them the songs, and we've kind of, apart from the core group, we've kind of brought different people in and out. The idea was to like skirt around different people and get as much input and different influences as we could, you know. We've done some videos with to coincide with this album release as well. Like Colin O'Connor is a local artist. He did some artwork for us for a video for a single, and we're doing a shadow puppet video with Seamus Turner. It's like just all kind of homemade, crafty ideas that you can just work and have fun with people, you know. We didn't go to a studio as such for the recording of the album. We just found a big house, a big open room, and built the studio ourselves, and we kind of like to live through the experience rather than a 9-to-5 gig, you know. The guy who was recording the album for me, I had lived with for a while, and we just had talked. I guess we had our philosophy for the recording so in place by the time we got around to doing it. Like we pretty much had our plan set, so it made sense for us to we were living together anyway, so to just keep that dynamic going, you know. Well, all together about a year, but I really look back on it as being 2 months at a time in 2 blocks. But basically we rented a place out Kilmore way, and just built up the studio, and myself, the drummer and the bass player, recorded live, and just tried different versions of different songs and tried to gather a kind of an album dynamic rather than just sticking a bunch of songs together, you know. We kind of got into a feel of what we wanted to achieve sound-wise for the whole piece. That's pretty much why we didn't release an EP or anything like that. It was like, for us, the album was one piece, you know. The title came from a few different places, but I was reading a lot of Charles Bukowski at the time. I'm probably paraphrasing the line now, but it's the line he wrote was, "There's a sadness in this world so great it can be seen in the slow movements of the hands of a clock." And I thought just what I was writing about at that time, that really suited, that the line just stuck out at me, you know. And I had this crazy obsession with just the passing of time and the movement of time, and at the start there was a sadness attached to that for me, but it's not so much now. It's hard to really say. Most of the time I actually work from a song title first, and because lyrics, like literature, would have a big influence on how I approach writing songs myself, although when I'm listening to music I normally wouldn't. Lyrics can pass me by, strangely enough, but when I'm writing myself I like to, it's about beat of lyricism and stuff as well, you know, so writers would have a huge impact on that as well. So I guess just writing lines and trying to fit them into melodies, but not, or try at least not to be bound by the chord structures and stuff, and just phrasings, and then I have that basic beginning point, and then the lads come in and pour sugar on top, you know, and turn it into a real song. What I like about recording with the Change Band is the eclectic mix of influences, and we probably don't even know what they are collectively, you know, but my heroes, I guess, would be Townes Van Zandt, Tom Waits, friends of mine even from Wexford town and around Ireland, you know, and Lorcan Achillian, the bass player and the drummer, have come from a big jazz background. They studied jazz in Waterford, and they're from a family that like plays traditional Irish music. So we like to think that we're open to a lot, and try. We encourage challenging ourselves to try something different with everything we write. Like everybody, as a youngster, I was obsessed with Bob Dylan and Leonard Cohen and the like. So you can't. I don't know if you can ever get rid of that kind of thing, but there'd be a huge. I love American folk artists and stuff. Guy Clark, Townes Van Zandt, the Tex-Mex stuff from the 70s, you know, I really like, and Tom Waits. Jeez, shamefully, I haven't actually listened to that much music over the last couple of years. Maybe it's just because I've been recording and writing myself, but I need to get to listen some more. I'm a bit out of the loop, I think. I like recently I like Richmond Fontaine. I don't know if you've heard of them, but they're from the States, but he's a novelist as well, so he's an interesting guy to look into, to see how he balances his songs lyrically and his prose as well, you know. It's cool. It works so well for me because everyone can just be so honest with each other, you know. There's nobody has anything to hide when they're family. So it's it's just you bring the basics of a song and everyone's completely honest, and everyone has the song's best intentions at heart. So there's no family strife getting involved at all, no. It's becoming increasingly frustrating to kind of get things going independently, you know. It's in a way, I mean, there's pros and cons. The internet has opened up a lot of avenues for promoting yourself and stuff, and like recording has become more accessible because of all this stuff, but there's a lot of people doing it, you know, so I wouldn't say it gets easier, no. I would, the older I get, I don't write as much, I don't think, but when I do, I try to be focused, you know, not to wait for inspiration, like try to drill it into your head, where a real writer sits down and writes, and some of it's good, some of it's bad. Well, paulcreane.com is our main website, and we blog and put videos up and stuff like that, and you can get us on Facebook /Paul Creane, and at Twitter at Paul Creane Music. When you're on the road, you know yourself, you try to play some stuff out and gather a collection of songs for your next project. So we have a few songs out. We'll be playing a few of them tonight as well, but we're getting that going. And hopefully, my aim is to release a novel for Christmas, but I'm going to really have to crack the whip on myself for that one, you know.